Watch, ladies and gentlemen, the CF-18 Hornet. F404 engines producing 32,000 pounds of thrust, you will be able to see a good example of the outstanding one-to-one thrust-to-weight ratio of the CF-18 in Miser's next pass. Demonstrates the slow speed agility of the CF-18 as he puts the aircraft through the next repositioning maneuver. Now, on this next pass, he will perform the topside pass. Bombers ready. That 360-degree turn, which was flown in full afterburner, Miser experienced over 6 times the force of gravity, or 6 Gs, on his body. That means, in the cockpit, his body weight rose to nearly 1,100 pounds. Maneuverability of the Hornets. Almost any aircraft can do a normal loop, but very few can perform one like the CF-18. Ladies and gentlemen, with a 7G pull to the vertical, which he just did, Captain Mirza is executing the square loop. Now, ladies and gentlemen, in order to get behind an adversary into what fighter pilots call the control zone, a pilot must occasionally slow down and let the enemy fly out in front of him. The aircraft that can fly the slowest will gain the advantage. Miser will now slow the CF-18 Hornet to almost minimum speed. He will approach center stage at 125 miles per hour. Now, on passing center stage, he will light the afterburners and accelerate vertically. Watch, ladies and gentlemen, as Miser comes towards show center for the high alpha pass. Captain Mirza in flying his aircraft is one of the best designed fighter cockpits in the world. While there are over 500 switches in the cockpit, an F-18 pilot can make the necessary selections using the 16 buttons on the stick and the throttles, thereby eliminating the need to look inside and find that critical switch during aerial combat. The pilot is faced with 3 TV-like displays that present him with constantly updated tactical information. Watch now as Miser sets up for the 30 inverted pass, and if you look closely, you will notice that the landing gear is down and the hook is extended. Ladies and gentlemen, Captain Mirza will now turn around and approach center stage at more than 600 miles per hour with full afterburners. He will then, in front of your eyes, pull 7Gs straight up to the vertical climb, which he will do at over 50,000 feet per minute. Watch Captain Miser now. Isn't that something? Straight up at a climb rate of over 50,000 feet per minute. And now, ladies and gentlemen, although we've just seen Captain Mirza and the Hornet Miser in the CF-18 Hornet, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, on behalf of Commanding Officer Lieutenant Colonel Al Stephenson and the men and women of the 4th 10th Cougar Squadron at Canadian Forces 4th Wing Cold Lake, Captain Mirza thanks you for your enthusiasm towards the CF-18 Hornet demonstration. He hopes that you have enjoyed it as much as he has enjoyed flying the aircraft for you today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Captain Mirza is going to set up his CF-18 for a landing demonstration that very, very, very few people get to see. As you probably noticed, or maybe you haven't noticed, but look out in the middle of the runway right there right now. There's a bunch of guys out there with a bunch of weird-looking machines. Now, those weird-looking machines are called a mobile arrestor gear. Now, Captain Mirza is flying along over the runway. And he does that just to make sure those guys out there are awake. Now that they're awake, and he has the mobile arrestor gear's attention, Captain Mirza says, guys, I want to perform an aircraft carrier landing for the people at Red Deer today. And of course, the MAG team immediately jump into action. Now, the mobile arrestor gear crew have strung a cable across the runway so that Captain Mirza can come in for what we call a carrier landing. The mobile arrestor gear out of Trenton, Ontario, and their crew are affectionately called the Hornet Hookers. And what they will do is they will hook Captain Mirza when he comes in for a landing. Now, watch the CF-18 aircraft very, very carefully. He has the landing gear extended, and he also has the hook extended. The hook, you will see, is hanging from the rear of the aircraft, and it is this hook that is going to catch the cable across the runway on the mobile arrestor gear. Watch very carefully, ladies and gentlemen, for your enjoyment at the Red Deer International Air Show. And for the first demonstration in Canada, the first show demonstration, the mobile arrestor gear catching an F-18. And he has caught the hook, ladies and gentlemen. That is exactly how it happens on an aircraft carrier. And you got to see it right here at the Red Deer International Air Show. Amazing. Now we'd like to thank the people from the mobile arrestor gear crew. Team leader Sergeant Les Connolly from Morel PEI. Team members Sergeant Gord Aiken, originally from Mission, BC. Master Corporal Mike Buden from Sydney, Nova Scotia. Master Corporal Chopper Mulder from Harrow, Ontario. Officer Cadet Jessica McLean from Orleans, Ontario. Senior Firefighter Rick Sodden of Oakville, Ontario. Firefighter Dave McIntyre